Yo, this is messed up. So this person's doing some grocery shopping at Aldi, and he's wearing a hat. The hat has 3 Pokemon patches on it. Psyduck, Magikarp, and Gyarados. He's checking out, and in front of him is this mom and her 2 kids. The kids are losing it. The mom's yelling, the kids are whining about something. Well, the boy sees this dude's hat and goes, "Mom, I want that." Then the mom turns around and tries to grab this hat off of the dude's head. "Hi, yeah, can you please give my son your hat? You're way too old for Pokemon anyway." Absolutely not. What do you... She then tries to physically take it off his head. "Give me your... Don't touch me. Just give my son your hat, please." "I don't have to give your kid anything, you crazy woman." He then leaves all of his stuff there and just walks out of the store. And she just stands there looking completely defeated and offended, and the kids are crying. And that's it. That's the story. A full-grown adult tried to mug somebody for their Pokemon hat because the kid wanted it. And that is entitled. A woman calls a pizza place. "How long for a pizza?" Pizzas are going about 30 minutes right now." She says, "Okay, that's fine." And she places her order. "All right, the order is gonna be ready in about half an hour." And then she screams, "Half an hour? I thought you said 30 minutes. And then she went on to some full-on Karen rage. Screaming so loud, the guy had to pull the phone away from his ear. He tries to clarify. Yes, ma'am, a half hour is 30 minutes. You know that, right?" And then, "Don't be a smart mouth." And she hangs up. And to this day, that pizza place uses that as an example of how to just let it go. She's kind of dumb. He brought a full bottle of ketchup every day to lunch. I don't trust the school's packets. And he guarded it like it was gold. He wasn't weird about it. He would just pull it out, use it, and put it back. But then one day, it was gone. Who took it?
Somebody took my ketchup.
Everybody around him played dumb. He stood up on his bench. "I'm not joking. Give it back." Still nothing. He's frantically grabbing everybody's backpack and dumping it out on a big pile on the floor. People start laughing. He grabs the kid's tray, throws the food off, and smacks the kid in the face with it. You think this is funny? He's grabbing milk cartons and throwing them on the ground. They're exploding everywhere. There's milk everywhere. At this point, teachers are all running over to him, and security was called. They shut down the entire lunch period. And for some reason, they forced everybody to clean up, even though it was this kid's entire fault. He only got a detention for this. But the next day, he came back to school with a new ketchup bottle. But this time, it had a chain around it, and it was chained to his belt. That's insane. This kid swore it happened. I swear it happened. That one day, at this arcade, he was flicking around one single token. And he kind of just launched it. But here's the thing. It went straight into one of the game slots. Like, perfectly. Who saw that?
Did you guys see that?
But nobody saw it. He told people about it for years, and nobody believed him. Thing is, he swears it happened that way. And because nobody believed him, he kind of lost his mind, and he dropped out of high school. Jeez. A beautiful lunchtime service. While everybody else ate chicken nuggets on plastic plates, a couple students disappeared every single lunch period and came back smelling like meat and potatoes. The chef, his name was Liam. "What's up? I'm Liam." Both of Liam's parents were chefs, so he grew up learning the trade. Now at school, he had cooking class first period, and he had a free period right before lunch. So he launched a business. For $30, you got a private table backstage of the auditorium, a 3-course meal he cooked the night before, fresh linens, candlelight, and music. He would reheat everything in the cooking room, and he would plate it himself, and he served it to his guests wearing an apron, gloves, and a chef hat. And the thing is, people booked this service every single day to impress their crush. "This is nice, huh? It's delicious. You really outdid yourself here." To settle rivalries, "I'll stop stealing your pencils, but you gotta stop tying my shoes together during class." "Fine, you have a deal. Tiramisu for you both?" "Yes, thank you. This is lovely." Some kids even booked it to make business deals. "I'll sell your product to the basketball games. I want 15%, 10%. But I have a new business launching soon, and I'll get you in on the ground floor 50-50. You have a deal. Tiramisu?" "Yes, please. This is lovely." And spots filled up in advance. This service was booked like 3 weeks. He only did 1 table a day. He never advertised. It was simply word of mouth. If you wanted to book, you would have to come up to him and say, "Chef, do you still offer your service?" "Absolutely. I could fit you in 2 weeks on the 17th. I'll take it. Holy crap. You gotta respect the hustle. It started as this dumb thing. Some kid threw their own backpack into the air to be funny. Oh, it got caught on the top of one of the worst trees on campus. Thin branches, really high up, impossible to climb it seemed like. They tried everything. Here, I'll throw my shoe at it. Dang it. I'll throw a trash can at it. Dang it. Nothing was working. That's when one kid suggested this. Guys, we should call Squirrel Boy. No way, dude. Bro, we can't call Squirrel Boy. But there was no other option. So every school has that one kid. Well, this school had Squirrel Boy. He wore fingerless gloves. He said things like, "The ground is only a suggestion." He once perched on top of the basketball hoop during a game. "Get on from there." He scaled the brick wall on the side of the school building just to prove a point. And one time, he sat at the top of the flagpole for the entire lunch period, perched. Everybody would make fun of him, but on that day, they needed him. Somebody texted him. 10 minutes later, jogged around the corner eating trail mix. Didn't ask what happened. He saw the backpack, he saw the tree, and he knew what he had to do. I got this. He literally climbed the entire tree in like 3 seconds, and he threw that backpack down. The second he got down, he just walked away. "Thanks, Squirrel Boy." "Yeah, thanks, Squirrel Boy. Squirrel Boy's cool now." And from that moment on, nobody made fun of Squirrel Boy ever again. Genius level 1000. So this kid gets a job at the local movie theater. 2 tickets to the Helpful Cow, please. All right, enjoy the show. Well, day 3, he learns a pretty cool thing. "All right, staff, a reminder, you all get free popcorn." Isn't that awesome? Best job ever. So every shift, right before close, he fills a bag with free popcorn. He ties it up and he stuffs it in his backpack. Popcorn into backpack. He goes home, goes into his bedroom, and he puts that popcorn into an even bigger bag of popcorn. It's a massive trash bag he keeps in his closet. He does this for days. His closet turns into a popcorn storage unit, and he's trying to keep the popcorn as fresh as possible. Then what he does is he takes his popcorn to school and he sells it. Like, for example, one night during a basketball game, the school is selling tiny popcorn bags for $4 each. He comes in, $2, fresh movie theater quality popcorn, $2. He goes behind the bleachers and a line forms. People are ditching the real concession stand to buy popcorn off of him. He upgrades his business too. Employees get 50% off of all candy. So one day he buys a bunch, tosses it in his backpack, and sells it at school for full price. "I hear you have candy." "Yep, Twix, Reese's, Butterfinger, what do you want?" He's basically running concessions every day at school. And by the end of the year, he made more money selling popcorn and candy than the theater paid him to work there. And that is genius. You gotta respect the hustle. This 8th grader finally made the basketball team. Holy crap, I made it! He had tried out the year before, but he didn't make it then, so he was proud that he made it this year. Well, that same week, there was this other kid who made it the year before, but this year, he didn't make it, and he was salty. He cornered him in the hallway. "Bro, yo, what? You're trash. I should be on the team instead of you." "Oh yeah? Well, if you're better than me, why didn't you make it this year?" The kid stutters. He's trying to find something to say. "Dude, it's just because of my grades, man. That's it." For some reason, he thinks that helps his case. But then this kid just goes, "Oh, so you're just really stupid then, huh?" He freezes, and he realizes he only has 2 options. He can admit that he's bad at basketball, or he can admit that he's just stupid. He picks neither. He just turns around, and he walks away. And that was the cleanest 2-line takedown that school ever saw. The kid sits in the passenger seat. No coat, soaking wet shirt. He's shivering. His mom's driving. Her eyes are straightforward. She didn't ask him what happened. She didn't offer him a towel or anything. She just sat there. She didn't say a single word to him the entire ride. He just sat there in silence, freezing. It started during 3rd period. A girl in his class showed up without a jacket, and she was wet from the rain. She was embarrassed. She was shivering. So this kid was like, "Hey, here, take my hoodie and my coat. You need it more than I do." "Thank you so much, Julius." No big deal. But apparently it was. The teacher said it was inappropriate touching, and the shirt he was wearing had Shrek on it. And apparently that was against the rules. Dress code violation. He got written up, and get this, he was suspended and sent home. He didn't fight it, so now he's in that car ride with his mom, sitting in silence. He tried to talk to her, "Mom," but she just shushed him and turned the heat all the way up. That's wild. School's over this one day, and this kid's grandpa pulls up. Windows down, and he's waving his grandson over. "Hey, come here. Hey, come on, I'm here." Kid's like, "Okay." Yeah, it wasn't his grandson. It was a kid that had the same jacket and the same backpack as him. But for some reason, the kid still gets in the car, and the grandpa starts driving away. "So how was school, buddy?" The kid's like, good. "That's what I like to hear." The grandpa makes it halfway back home when the kid finally says, "Sir, I'm not your grandson." "What? Oh, Jesus." Now cut back to the school. This kid's actual grandson's like, I don't know where he is. The grandpa then screeches back into the parking lot. I had the wrong kid. I have the wrong kid. That one's my grandson. Oh, hey, okay. Well, now I actually missed my bus. Do you think you can actually drive me home? Sure. So now he has his grandson in the car and the kid he thought was his grandson in the car. Dude, you got kidnapped by my grandpa. I know, it's crazy. The next day, those two sat by each other at lunch. And they've been best friends ever since. That is beautiful.